All right, guys, we're getting another video started here, and welcome to Amology. This is the series Amology, which is the study of I am. I like to say the study as I am. I play around with the prepositions and sentences to have you have a first cause experience. This is something different, and I only do that this is the only channel you'll see that. So I let you know ahead of time. I will break some of the grammar rules just to have you experience a successful first cause experience, first-hand experience. So because sentences are written in a way when you properly put the preposition that everyone is used to hearing, you're doing all right English-wise and grammar-wise, but as far as accessing and receiving the good you're keeping that away from you. And so years and years and years and months and weeks and days and hours of studying, when you're committed to a subject or an subject, well, I am as a subject, if you like to say that. When you're committed to something, okay, I'll go ahead and say subject. You start experiencing yourself, and listen what I say. Instead of saying have revelations, you start experiencing revelations as the I am you are. So I am the revelations revealing I am self as I am. I'm not saying I have revelation revealed to me, but I am the revelation revealing I am self as I am. Once you refocus the awareness you are back to the true identity you are, which is your divinity, which is I am. I am is an infinite source. I am is an infinite, oh my gosh, cycle as revelations. So you inherit that by reawakening as I am. And there is no end to infinity, and there's no beginning. Infinity is an infinite reality and process as I am, which is the true identity you are. So once you reinvest the self you are back to the awakening and the awareness as I am, all these revelations are there like in a safe vault. Like if you have some goods in the vault and you open up, you have the combination, you open, you see all your good in there. Well, I am is like that. I am is greater than that, because as far as you can look, you can see infinite good as I am. And this good is not separate as you or from you. This good is you. So these revelations are I am. I am these revelations revealing I am self as I am. So that's why I can pull in information, because I am that information. This information is not separate from I am. I am this information. And when I say I am, you say I am as well, because you are the information. But you have to divest from believing who you are to go back, to wake up as the truth, which is what you are. Your true identity, which is you divinity. Now, instead of me saying your divinity, because then that'll come off like you and your car. You are divinity. So there's no you, because then when I say your divinity, right away, without you realizing it, you have conceived some who that has a divinity. Like when I took some courses at Scientology, that's the first place that I went where they said they have a book. It's called the Success Through Communication, and they showed a sketch of a woman's body sitting in a chair, and they said, you have a body sitting in the chair. It's like, whoa. Instead of you are a body with a spirit, and they call at Scientology spirit Phaeton. Okay? So when someone is totally clear, what that means is they have no more mental influences, that the brain is still and quiet. Still and quiet, no information, no triggering, no reactive, what they call a reactive MIND, which is a reactive misinformation needing demolition. That's why I have this here. Throw all these away. MIND, law of attraction, subconscious. Those are just terms that the real I am, you are, is keeping in place and believing that they exist. And then you create middlemen that you don't have to even deal with. There's only one reality, and that is I am. There's no laws of the universe. That's I am. Period. So when someone said laws of the universe, replace the word law with I am. I am the universe. And the universe is I am. You know, I was helping a lady at Whole Foods a few years back, and I was getting some in the section where they had all the mixed nuts and everything. And so I was getting me some nuts, and I was getting licorice. And I happened to be there at the same time that she was. And so somehow we struck up a conversation, and just I probably just spoke to her because that's just how I am, very outgoing that way. And so she responded, "Oh, thank you. That was a very pleasant, a pleasant greeting." So then we kind of carry on a little bit of conversation, and then she looked on this top shelf, and there were some items that she liked to have. So she said, "Can you reach that for me?" I said, "Sure." And I reached the item, got the item for her. I said, "I'm glad that I'm here at this moment to do that for you." And she said, "I know, isn't that great?" And then she goes, "Isn't the universe wonderful?" And I said, to put you here right at this moment to be able to reach that for me. And I said, "Could you say that sentence again?" And she said, "Isn't the universe wonderful?" I said, "I'd like for you to say that sentence again, but I'd like for you to take out the word IT''S. And she goes, how she said it? She said, "It's the universe." Oh, no, she said, "The universe, it's wonderful." That's what she said. "The universe, it's wonderful." So I said, take out the IT''S and then put I am when you say that sentence again. And she said, "The universe, I am wonderful." And she lit up right in front of me. She was like, "Oh my gosh." She got goosebumps. She said, "I got goosebumps." She said, "Oh my gosh, that felt so great. Wow. God, say that one more time." So I had her opposite, just replace it with I am. And I said, "Now say this sentence again." And she said that again. She was like, "Oh my gosh, I never felt so good in my life." She actually said she never felt so good in her life. She said, "Oh, whoa." And I could see this woman just lit up. And I said, "You are the universe." And I said, "Not only that, you are the I am that the universe is within. But you've been believing that you are who inside of the universe, when the whole time you're what in the universe is inside the I am you are." And she goes, "Oh my," I said, "This is what I am. I know what I am. That's why I'm sharing this with you." That lady gave me a big hug. She left. And she was just looking back at me, smiling. She's like, "Oh, I'm so glad I met you. I'm so glad I met you." I said, "My pleasure." And anyway, there's a verse that when I just said that, it brings back to Luke 12:32. Luke 12:32. "It is I am's great pleasure to give you the kingdom of heaven." Now that should be written this way. "It is I am great pleasure to realize I am self as the kingdom of heaven, as the kingdom as heaven as you." So that's what she realized. She realized she was the kingdom as heaven as that moment, and she said she never felt so good in her life until then. So guess what happened? A month later, I know you all know who Deepak Chopra is from India. Deepak Chopra came out with a book a month later saying, "You are the universe." That's why I have a book titled "You Are Everything and Everything Is You." Now this you is I am. Not the who you believe you are. The you is the I am. We're going to talk about this in my next video. I already covered 4 of the chapters. Our next chapter up is You Are Prosperity. We did You Are a Millionaire yesterday. But here's what I jumped on this. I started saying these things, right? So listen, you all, I'm really, I've gone to different channels, and I will refer you to channels like Be Something Wonderful Studio. There's a wonderful gentleman named Tom Karen. He's so insightful, and we both have studied the same beings, because I recognize when he said Lester Levinstein, when he talks about the Sedona method. Lester Levinstein started the Sedona method. This guy had degrees, many degrees, and he was all up here and in his head, very intelligent and all this. And then he got to a point where a doctor said, Wow. They gave him like two or 3 weeks at a very young age, and he was like, he said, stupid, stupid, stupid. He went home and he started, being that he was a physicist, a chemist, a scientist, engineer. He knew about energy. He's studied quantum physics. So he said, what if I start releasing the emotions off of all the beliefs that he had? And he did. And his body healed I am self. Now, excuse me, the I am was no longer I am in false concepts that the body, that manifests as the body. So when he took the charge, in Scientology they call it, they do auditing, where they take you over a situation over and over and over until they said it until the charge is off. Really, that's taking the heart and the abdominal solar plex, which is emotion, off that concept of belief, and the belief dissipates and disappears. Now, this gentleman named Robert Shenfield has a book called Busted Loose from the Money Game, and he has a thing that is called the creative process, where you take I am, aka energy, off of beliefs, and he said that's not enough. Now you got to take I am off the judgment. So you basically divesting your I am self off the belief, and you divesting the I am self off the judgment of that belief. And now one more powerful thing, you divest yourself off the consequence, there would be consequence of that belief. Now once you divest, then you reinvest back to your divinity. What happens to that belief? The belief, with absent of the power you are, I am, the belief disappears. And then he has an affirmation that goes something like this, and I replaced the word IT with I am. He said, I am coming back to I am. And then as I come back, now you reinvest the awareness back into the I am you are, because you never ever was gone. You just invested into a who, and you was causing all these false illusions, and you were believing they were real, but they had no reality of their own. They can't exist except for you invest I am self into them. So then now you divest out of that, those false illusions, the who and the consequences, the who you believe you were, and the judgments and the consequences. And usually there are WANTs in there, and doubts and resistance. So you divest, and boom, that disappears. And then your true identity, which is your divinity, which is I am, is now coming back to I am. And that's an affirmation that goes with Robert Shenfield, Bust Loose from the Money Game. A great gentleman, wonderful process. And I do those meditations. And you can actually feel yourself reinvesting as I am. And then he goes, then after he says, coming back to I am, then he said, now I feel I am surging as I am. And I feel I am self expanding. It's more, I feel I am self, not myself, but I am self expanding more and more as I am. Then he says, and I am expressing this I am, this divinity, and I'm using different words, but this is what he means, as the three-dimensional holographic visible physical self I am right here and right now. And I say right I am and right now I am. And you can actually feel that. So this is what Lester Levinson did. He distracted all his feelings, and he created a process called the Sedona method. And then he met this wonderful gentleman named Lawrence Crane, and he met in the office. Lawrence Crane was going through some emotional issues, and Lester Levinson showed him how to release, and Lawrence Crane solved his issues. And now they got this great system called The Release Technique, www.thereleasetechnique.com, and you go there and you see all these great courses. And Lawrence Crane worked with Lester Levinson for like some years, and then Lester Levinson asked Lawrence Crane to carry on his work, and Lawrence Crane doing an awesome job. He has a great team of helpers. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30. I believe it's 9 to 5. You can get on the phone there and help you with releasing whatever you're stuck with, and you can order all the courses they have there. So in this book, an I Am book, this is what I've done. This book is a wonderful. This is the man. It's $50. You cannot miss getting this book. This book is a transcendental, meditative, self-awareness research manual. I refer you to YouTube channels where you can find out about beings like Tom Caron at Be Something Wonderful Studio. I refer you to this gentleman named Mad Black Guru. Don't get caught up with the name Mad Black. Throw that out. Let go of your mental issues and go listen to this brother. He's right to the point. He's a little bit more harsh and at some points. Very informative. You can learn a great deal. He helped me realize that Abdullah taught Joseph Murphy and Neville Goddard. Those were Abdullah's students. There's a gentleman named Elmar Locker Jr. I recognize his teachings. I know the affirmations he used, the informations he pulled from, and he will come out and say that he's quoting Neville Goddard. But I recognize how some of his affirmations are presented, that they're from Joseph Murphy. So I've done a lot of study. I mean, India, Ganjaji, Muji. There's a Muji channel, Mooji. All that's in here. I refer you to other authors' books. Now, in some of these books I'm referring to, they're very good books, but when you see the word T-H-I-N-K, T-H-I-N-K-I-N-G, T-H-O-U-G-H-T-M-I-N-D, throw that in the garbage and replace them all with I am. When you see the words T-H-I-N-K, say conceive. When you see the word T-H-I-N-K-I-N-G, say conceiving. That keeps you right in here. Okay? We don't use any language that take you up here. Let your brain be quiet and silent. A very quiet and peaceful, silent brain is a very healthy brain. You sleep better at night. You look better, well rested. Your nervous system works better when your brain is quiet and relaxed and still. No one needs a brain. You know why? Because we all have a brain. All we need our brain to do is be quiet, still, and peaceful. No recorded information playing. Because I am is everything. Remember this. John 8:58. Before Abraham was, I am. Now I take that farther and say, before the universe was, that the world was put in, that Abraham was put on, I am. Now Abraham, before Abraham was, I am, right? John 8:58. So Abraham has a brain. And he had recorded information that's called an M-I-N-D. Before all that was, I am. So why go to that? Man created the terms law of attraction. M-I-N-D is created by M-A-N. Subconscious, M-A-N. But I am is before all who called man, woman, and child. Before the universe was and the world was that Abraham was put on, I am. I am the universe, I am the world, and I am everyone. Before the physical body that you are wearing. I am is actually wearing all of us. There's no you. There's only I am. I am is wearing all of us. That's why you'll see on my channel, I have YOUOLOGY, no apology and no debate. This is a non-traditional, non-religious, joyful, happy, fun conversation. I'm not a minister. I'm not a deacon. I'm not a pastor. This is not theology. This is YOUOLOGY. This is study as I am. And Scripture is the study as I am. The Scriptures really is, here's one copy of the Bible, and I have 66 Books of Magic by Mad Black Guru. This is a manual. The study as I am. So YOUOLOGY is more appropriate. Okay? Just like if you get a brand new car, the manual in the glove compartment is a study as the vehicle. But the vehicle is the power. The manuals just have instructions how to operate the power. Just like this, you are the power. That's the second chapter in this book. You are power. But the manual shows you how to operate the power you are. What's called B-I-B-L-E. Basic instruction before leaving Earth, if you like to say that. B-I-B-L-E. Basic instruction before leaving Earth. So here are some basic instructions how to operate yourself before leaving Earth while you, as the power, are here as a body. Because I say you, while I am here, what appears to be you, which is I am, here in body. So I am wrote Scripture for I am self to operate I am self as the garments, as the body as Abraham, and as the body, as the body that being called Abraham was really I am. As the body that being called you is I am. Before anyone who believed they were, I am. And when we really divest from this who and reinvest into this what, which is I am, like I told you how Robert Shenfield said that, wow, blessings are just never ending. Your life is no longer full of lessons, but full as blessings. Full as blessings. And that's what I'm helping you do on this channel. This channel is, I'm answering all the questions that when I go to other channels, I see something that, I say, okay, this going to help the listeners here. I make things clear. You are I am. Do not shoot for less than that. Do not empower anything else. There's scripture where I am says, whom do you say that I am? And then there's one when I am says, if you seek I am, then let all these other things go. Let go, MIND, which means miss, information, needing, demolition, demolishing, destroying, dissolving, dissipating, or just dumping. Let go, law of attraction. Don't empower these subconscious. Don't, because John 8:58 doesn't say before Abraham was, MIND was. Before Abraham was, law of attraction was. Before Abraham was, subconscious mind. That say before Abraham was, I am. Now I'm gonna read something to you. Just listen. If you trust me, and I do this no matter where you are. No matter where you are, I am. No matter where you are, if you're a truck driver on the interstate, I am there. If you're lying in a hospital bed, I am there. I am there. I am. Not this physical being you see, but the invisible I am. Not just I am is there with you, but I am is there as you. I was taking notes today to deliver this to you, and I even got more clarity and confidence and faith as I am. See, that's one thing that's a wonderful, beautiful thing is when you start sharing, tithing is sharing. So as I'm tithing this information, I'm receiving, I'm getting more enlightenment and confidence and clarity as I am own self. So I wrote these notes down. I got really excited. Hold on for a second. I got really excited to write these notes for you and share with you and to say to you, I hope I have time in this video. If I don't, I'm going to pick it up in the next video. So I always do two videos. I do one where I just really help wake you up as I am, and then I do a video of the chapter and I am book. So some information that I may leave out in this video, well, I can't get to because, you know, the videos I shoot at 31 minutes and 45 seconds, but I talk about a lot. So sometimes I have to carry that into the next video. But here's something that I'm going to read to you, and then I'm going to read this to you. So I hope I can really get this part, all this done. And then, because this is very important, I'm going to do a little reading. Now, I'm going to let you all know my reading going to sound a little staccato because I have notes written and you know, markings. And so sometimes I have to kind of read over that. But I'm going to read some things to you. I'm trying to go really smooth with my reading. But don't believe, I have no reading problem. I've been an actor for years, so I know how to read scripts right on the spot. But if you hear me pausing and sound staccato, don't believe I'm having trouble with words. It's just that I'm looking over some of the notes. So here's what it says. Faith, without faith, I'm impossible to please. Now, in Scripture it says without faith, God is impossible. Let's say I am, because in Scripture, I am written. My name is known as I am from generation to generation. Even when Yeshua was asked, what's your name? He never said Yeshua. He said, I am. Okay, so let's listen to this. Oh, by the way, without faith, I am impossible to please. That's Hebrews 11:6. So I'm going to read some of these things, and I hope I can get all these things and inspire you. Wherever you are, I am. Whatever. Okay. There's not you and I am. There's only I am as you. So wherever you are, if you clean the stove and clean out cookings that you drop, you cook for the family, I am there. If you're in a hospital bed, I am there. Call us I am. You can heal yourself. I'm telling you. If you are a truck driver, feeling maybe not your best or depressed, whatever, just call us I am. You can say, I am better now. I am better now. I feel better. I'm happier now. I wrote these notes. I got so much to say, trust me, that I like to make sure I reach the I am you are. Because I'm telling you, when you wake up as that, all your answers, look, problem solver, problem solver, problem solver. Questions, answers, questions, answers, questions, answers. Once you wake up as here, all these questions are answered. So I'm excited to do this, to share this with you, because so many beings, and everyone, you know, no matter how far we go, some beings can become multimillionaires and billionaires. Then there's something that they're feeling missing, right? And it's and every time I am missing something, I'm not gonna say every time there's something that appears to be missing, it's a realization that you are I am every single time. So someone could be, you know, healthy and this and that, and they're challenged financially, right? There's a missing I amness, missing I am awareness that's going on. Once you wake up as I am, and you awaken as that awareness, your true divinity, which is your true identity, gosh, all the questions are answered. So we got to migrate from here back to here. Keep this quiet and peaceful. I always say, no one needs a brain. You know why? Because you have a brain. You need your brain to be quiet, silent, and peaceful. Peace be still. Okay, so I'm trying to get attempt to get. You know, let me just say this, because I like to really go through this list that I wrote, because I like for everyone to be helped. So this is what I wrote today. I was taking my notes, and I said, man, I'm going to send this out so everyone can feel, wherever you are, whether you're driving like a truck on the interstate, I am. If you're in the hospital bed room, I am. You're cooking, I am. You're working your job, I am. I'm telling you, I am is there as the real you. So you can call and say, I am happier, I am healthier, I am wealthier, I am peaceful, I am more loving, I am more patient. And listen, this is not narcissistic. This is not narcissism or being narcissistic. If I was speaking from here, then you could probably say, oh, this sounds narcissistic. When you say I am as in from here, don't let somebody tell you that you're being narcissistic or you arrogant. Don't let them tell you that. Don't accept that. That's a statement that is not true. Because some beings will do that because they don't recognize the clarity and the truth you're speaking as. So because actually, if they say you're narcissistic and arrogant, they're coming from here. Because that's why the word is judgmental, not judge emotional. So they're judging your celebration as awakening as I am, and then they're going to, maybe because they feel a little intimidated because they're not there, so they'll say, oh, isn't that narcissistic? Isn't that narcissism? Or in terms like that, what does that mean? Okay, so what? It's just some little stupid meaning. Just throw that away. Don't let somebody scare you away by saying that you're arrogant or you're narcissistic. You say to them, I am speaking as and from the heart I am. I amology. I'm not speaking from headology, but I amology. So I am speaking, I am basically using the lips, the teeth, the tongue as the mouth that's in your face to speak I am. I am is not arrogant. I am is not narcissistic. Narcissism and arrogance are qualities of the head. When you're speaking here, listen, the more intelligent someone is, the less compassionate they are. The less compassionate they are. Compassion is a quality as the heart, not of the head. So when you say I amology, you can even say heartology. And this is what I'm talking about. So when you say I am, you're saying, you're basically surrendering the awareness you are, the awareness and the life you are back to I am. What a humbling thing to do. That's great humility, to say I am. You're actually acknowledging, because the breath we're speaking, even the awareness you have right now listening to I am, and the awareness I am speaking to I am, and we didn't create that. You can't intellectually create breath. You cannot intellectually create the awareness you are. Even intellectually, you can't even create a fingernail that grows out, falls out, and grows back again. Einstein said the greatest, and he's one of the most intellectual beings, period, or intelligent beings. And he said, no amount of accumulated knowledge or acquisition, he said, no amount of acquired knowledge, or he said, no amount of accumulated knowledge or the acquisition of education can equal the imagination. Imagination, aka I am. So he went as far as he could go intellectually and realize, see, because the intellect is finite. Finite has a beginning and an end. Infinity is forever. There's no beginning or ending to infinity. So as far as you can look or realize, I am. No bottom, no top, no sides. I am. We give, and I'm saying we, because I'm falling to the English language, right? But I am, wake up as I am, and I am back to I am. What a blessing. Everything. You are everything as I am, and everything is you. And then your body reaps the reward. The body you are, the garment. Abraham wore, I am wore the garments that everyone acknowledged Abraham, and I am was wealthy as Abraham because what appeared to be Abraham was I am aware as I am. Then you have dominion over this universe, everything on it, because the universe sits in the I am you are. Right? So this is real talk. I'm telling you, I'm talking to I am. I am not going to, I remember before somebody said, oh, don't feed a baby steak. I'm like, no, it's time for you to stop saying you're a baby and saying you can't eat steak. This is truth. This truth is not a tough steak. This truth is reality. You can handle this. If you can handle being asleep, you can handle being awake. That's right. If you can handle being asleep and punish yourself out of ignorance, then you can enjoy being awake and celebrate yourself as awareness. So don't tell yourself this is too much for you, this is like feeding a baby steak. That's just an excuse to stay asleep. And then create these situations, people, places, things, moments, circumstances, events, and experiences, and then say, oh, I don't know. No, awaken. If you can create and allow while you're asleep, then you can allow while you're awake. And then instead of having a sleep life full of lessons, then you have the awakened life full of blessings. Let me check and see how much time I have. Oh yeah, this video is coming to an end. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so all these videos that I do, you'll be notified of.